everybody. I'm here with an Husqvarna. I got someone trying to teach me how to say that. Anyway, Viking Victoria. It's made in Switzerland, and this person said that they were having problems with the bottom, and it was glitchy, and it was acting like it was like stuff was getting caught and making really bad clicking noises. Okay. Well, let's see what we found, okay? We found there was a small bead. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's a little pink bead. And there's a lot of, like, dust bunnies that were gobbed up into the gear. So it took me a while to get that out. And I used a little, like, a paper towel to help me clean it, or try to get most of that out. And then I had bunches of, like, white thread. I don't know if you guys can see the white thread. Oh, it's hard to see it. Anyway, so I got all that out, and I think basically the bead was making that clicking noise. But other than that, if I can get you a close-up of that little pink bead. Look at that little pink bead. I don't know where that came from. Who knows, right? Anyway, that's what I had found inside the machine. All right. I gave it a deep cleaning, and I checked it all out from in here and all the way up in this area. The computer isn't actually in a black box, and I have to wear a special bracelet that I'm connected to the sewing machine so the pulse in the sewing machine don't get wiped. So I keep the machine pretty well up to date and everything. Let's see. This one is a computerized sewing machine, but the computer was nothing wrong with it. It was something going on down here. Now, this one is a top feed, and it feeds from the bottom, and you want to make sure you thread that really well. Get that thing open. I always have a hard time sometimes opening these things. Okay, when you thread these, you want to make sure, I don't know if I can get this close enough. Oh, I know, use the scissors because my fingers are too fat. And you want to sling it right through there to that little thing right there, come down and pull it back through this way so that thread can be taken up, because that means it's in that little tension. There's a little tension bar right there. So you want to make sure that's in there, okay? When you do it, make sure you slide it in there. And then when you come up here, and around and this way, and then it cuts it. So it's already in there ready to go, okay? Now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to put this little guy on. This one does not have diagrams. That's why I'm going over it a little bit better with you. This one here has the feed dog. That's what these little, like little itchy little things right in there under your foot. And you can have your feed dogs up, or you can have them down. So you can do like embroidery with this machine if you wanted to. So I have it up so the machine can run. All right. This is your tension. These are your selectors. You would want to select patterns over here. You can move things up and down. This is the pattern selector. This is your width, your length, and this is your reverse, stop, or if you want something to be fixed. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I didn't get a manual, so I can't really tell you too much. This one has a really nice handle on it. And I know you're all going to say, why are you in your dining room? Well, we are in the verge of getting new windows in my workshop and my sewing shop. My sewing shop and my workshop is getting new windows. So I have to move everything out of there into this room. So I'm not in there at all. And we're getting a new back door too, and a front door. So, because our doors are starting to get old and warpy. I don't know what that means, but anyway. So this is how you open this little thing. You try to pull up and open it. This is your presser foot pressure. This person had this thing turned up way up high. This is a basic thin cotton. You don't have to go real high on the presser foot. It's holding it perfectly, okay? This is your winder to rewind your bobbin. I checked it all out. I could see all that from the back side. Cleaned everything I could find. Let's see. Let me think here. I don't have a book, so I'm not sure if this is exactly right or wrong. How to thread this bobbin. I mean, maybe if you guys have a manual, I can probably teach you how to thread this and all. I don't really know too much about how to thread this, so I can't really give you a diagram on how this is supposed to be done. Okay, I don't know. I don't have a book, so I don't know. I know how to thread it. That's all I know, but I don't know anything about how to do this, so I can't help you with that. You get if you have your manual, or if you need a manual, let me know, and I'll see what I can find you one. This is a new one, but I always still start them from the back, just because if you never know, you might get an older one, and I'd rather always be safe and always start from the back. And you want to thread it. I don't know if you can see the thread. The thread's hard to see. It's not like I'm using black. And you want to go in here, up around. There is some little tiny arrows. I don't know if you guys can see the arrows. And you go up and in here, and the arrow shows you to come down here. And then right before you get to the tension, which is right here, you want to make sure your foot is up. Okay? And there's this big lever back there. I'll show you the lever. This giant lever is your lift for your presser foot. Okay? And then that opens the chambers in your tension. The tension right here now is open. So you can go through here, and then you go find the arrow. You go all the way up. And this is your uptake. This is what pulls it through your tension. So you want to go around the uptake. I don't know if you guys can see your arrows. They're very hard to see because it's white. So you go up, up, around, and then down, back down to here, into, let's see, this little, I don't know, call that lever. No, it's called a, I always call it a corkscrew, but that doesn't look like a corkscrew. So it's more like a hook. So you want to come down and hook it into the hook, and then into your, thread it into your needle. Okay, this one does not have a push down threader, so it's an older one. Okay, they didn't make them for this year. I don't know what year this is. Then when you're ready to sew, you want to put that flat right here back down. And this one does have a side cutter right here. Okay, and to turn on this machine, see, I got the tape down there on. You come over here and you click this button right here. I don't know if you can see that button right there, and you click it. Turns this all on. This is the basics, okay, the basic kind of thing. A lot of people ask me, well, how do you know what it's going to be doing? Well, here. This is your selector. This is 0, 0. 0, 0 is this right here, which is your straight stitch, okay? I don't like it at 2.5 because you can't really see it, so what I like to do is go up on that. So I go up here, and then I do about 4, so you can actually see it over here on the fabric. So, and then, like if you wanted to select it something else, you could select all these different patterns by using this. And then you take plus to go up and minus to go down. And if it's going to be the secondary, then you'd use this side here. So this is the first number right here, right there, first number. This is the second number, which is this one right here. So you got the first and your second all the way across. So you see it's going to come up. Okay. We're going to close this because it's real annoying to look at that the whole entire time. And you got this crazy presser foot. I don't know if this machine can run on its own, but I don't have books, so I really can't tell you. So let's go. Let me get this thing adjusted here. I like to keep this thing as pretty much adjusted so I don't have to worry about what it's going to do. Okay. Then you're going to push the button down. See, now it'll do this really weird sound. I'm not used to it, so it doesn't have a fast button, so you have to kind of adjust your foot. So that's why it comes up really fast. You got to adjust your foot. There's no way to adjust how fast it's going to go, okay? All right, I'm going to see how this works here. Okay, and then you're going to do this, and you're going to look at it. It's stitching fine there, and it's stitching fine right there. Okay, so we're going to go back this way. You can get this over a little bit. Put it back down. All right, so we can do some different stitches here. Let's see, we're going to show you one so you can see how this thing works, okay? We're going to go over here and we're going to do this, what do you call it? Let me think, remember this thing's called. It's a zigzag, but stitching zigzag. I can't remember what they call it now. Man, my brain is completely not working. So we're going to go to 0, 4. So we're going to hit this one right here. This is going to change this number here. So we go to hit this and you go, watch the number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then that's your stitch length. And this is the stitch width. Okay. So We're going to see what it does. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to get used to it. So it takes me a while to get used to a machine that we have no control over on how fast it's going to go. So I have to use my foot to make it as fast as I want it to go. So if you're a beginner and you're starting out, I would probably use paper and not any thread at all to get used to the sewing machine, and use an older needle so you don't have to worry about hurting this needle till you learn how fast to go. So sometimes I look like I'm going too fast. It's because, you know, I'm trying to show you guys without going crazy, because sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Okay, let's see how this one looks. Now this one always starts up. Okay, let's see what we got here. There's your stitching, and here's your stitching here. Now when you want to do a zigzag, okay, I want to show you guys something. When you want to do a zigzag, you want to go higher in this number right here, okay? When you're doing a straight stitch, you want to come down. I was doing all kinds of stuff. Like you can see what I was doing, zigzag, and then this one. So you can keep it there for straight stitch. But if you're going to go back down, let's see, we're going to go back down. So we're going to change that number to a 0, 0 again. Let's see, do it right there, back down to 0, 0. And this comes up here, and we're going to make this go higher again. Let's see. There we go. And then when you want to do this, you can come over here. You want to make sure this foot is down, the needle's in highest position before you turn it. And this is the little, I don't know if you guys can see it, there's a little notch there. And that can go up to a 4, and that will make the stitching better, okay? Then we'll go back to straight stitch. Now I know everybody's going to say, I don't know where the reverse is at. Okay, you have to hit this twice, I found out. 1, 2, and then, well, maybe you have to hit it when you're moving. That's what it was. There it goes. Then it goes backwards. All right. I knew it was something like that. See, I don't have the book, so I had to experiment to find out how to back up. So there's your backup. You can see your backup. Now we're going to get this ready because this person's coming tomorrow to pick this up. So we're going to get it ready for pickup. Okay. Now, the needle's always going to be up. When you're traveling, you want that needle down. So what we're going to do is we're going to let it go up. We're going to send this down to the middle. I hope this person that gets it has a manual. Hopefully you can read their manual, because I think they said they're going to let their granddaughter learn how to sew. Okay, so now you just go over here and you turn it off like this so it doesn't confuse the computer. And then you can take your hand wheel and move it down so the needle is now in the down position. So now it's ready for traveling, okay? And then I usually put this thing with it because I let people know why in the heck what was inside that machine that caused that issue, okay? And that was probably that bead that made that all kinds of weird noises. So the machine's now operating again, and it's in good condition, and the person is going to get something out of this. I hope you guys get something out of this. I really don't know too much about the rewinder on this machine because I had the book, and I know I could have downloaded a book and do all that, but I don't have time. I have more sewing machines to do. I want to get it over with. So what I do is I experiment with the sewing machine first to see if I can actually get the thing to run. And then I'm thinking, I don't even run them at first. I usually just start cleaning them because, you know, that's what they hired me to do, clean it to repair whatever's the issue. And I didn't see a repair. The issue was that the grease was so old that the lint was clogging it up. And this bead that came out of nowhere, which I don't know, it was weird. As soon as I opened it up, this bead comes tumbling out, and I thought, okay, that's not supposed to be in there. So I don't know if they were doing beading on here. Like you could do beading by adding a bead through a like thread that you threaded on there, and then you have it on zigzag, and it can actually zigzag beads in. And maybe one of the beads snapped, or maybe fell into inside the feed dogs and got stuck down there. Could have done all kinds of weird stuff. But where I found it was actually down in here when I opened this bottom piece. Other than that, it's in great condition. I mean, I don't see an issue. It looks like a brand new machine. It looks like there's something that used to be here, but I'm not really sure. I know that's a cutting tool there. But I'm not sure how to thread this for this. So, unless you guys know. Or you probably could look up the video on this machine that maybe somebody else has one on there that might know how to do that. I didn't go online and do that either. I know everybody's going to say, well, why don't you go online and do that? Because I don't have time. I have so much to do. I got windows coming. I got doors coming. I have to get my rooms totally pulled apart. I can't even find parts now to get sewing machines fixed because everything's everywhere in that room. And I'm slowly trying to get it looking a little partly decent, but the sewing room looks like atrocious. Oh my, I don't even know if I can even find that. But the workroom, I'm trying to keep it as organized as I can before the windows get here. I know we need windows. It's so hot in the summer and so cold in the winter. And I can't stand being in the rooms. I keep coming back to the dining room where it's warmer or where it's cooler. Anyway, I hope you guys get something out of this. I'd love to hear from you if you have a sewing machine like this. And I would love to hear what you like to make, or where you got the sewing machine, or somebody might have handed it down to you. Or if you're having any issues with it, maybe I can help you out with that. And if it's a computer issue, you need to go find yourself a tech. And I don't know very many people that work on this. I know there's a guy in Georgia that works on these machines. He works on the computerized ones. And I can't remember his phone number or his name. It's probably in my phone. Anyway, but have a blessed day. And like the video, comment if you like to. You could share it with friends and family. Would be great. But I'd love to hear from you. Okay? Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.